Hello, world. Hello, you beautiful people. Good morning, Sire. Good morning, Sazu. Checking in with the morning report. Fire away. All right. How you beautiful people doing? It's Wednesday. Time flies, doesn't it? All right. Let's do this. So, you're having problems with your Xbox Series X turning off on you, huh? All right. So, the Xbox Series X might have a heating problem, but that could be easily fixed. This is how you do it. But before I get into it, let me read this article to you. This on Gamers Rant. It says Xbox looking to fix major X Series X console issues. Xbox is looking to address one of the major issues currently plaguing the Xbox Series X with a beta fix on the way for insiders. The Xbox Series X launch has gone relatively smooth, inventory issues aside, but that doesn't mean it's been flawless. Luckily, the team over at Xbox is looking to make improvements to the system with a beta update on the way for the Xbox Insider. That should solve one of the biggest problems currently facing the new console, assuming beta goes well. And I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says here some Xbox Series X owners may have experienced the console randomly powering off while playing. A quick Google search will reveal a number of users venting about the issue. All right, let's fix the Xbox Series X problem. It's real simple. Microsoft, this video is for you, and this is how you fix it. I haven't got the Xbox Series X yet, but I'm gonna show you how to fix it. What you're gonna have to do is this: the vent at the top of the Xbox Series X, you're gonna have to put the same vent at the bottom of the Xbox Series X, and you're probably gonna have to put probably like 4 shoes at the bottom of the Xbox Series X. So, and the second thing you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to speed up the fan a little bit, and probably put a better thermal paste on the CPU where the heatsink is, and that should fix the problem. Because what the Xbox Series X is suffering from is airflow, so you don't have a vent at the bottom like you would do at the top, and then that's like causing the CPU to lock up and causing the CPU to like cause the system to shut off. So that's the main problem with the Xbox Series X. You just got to take the same vent that you have at the top of it and put one at the bottom, and probably make the holes a little bit more bigger, and then speed up the fan a little bit, so that way you can pull more air through the bottom vent, and that would fix the problem. And then put a little a better thermal paste on the CPU where the heat sink is, and that should fix the problem. That's the only problem with the Xbox Series X. You're not getting enough airflow across the CPU. You're not, and that's one of the biggest problems with desktops too. If you're not getting enough airflow, the CPU overheats, locks up, or there's not, or the thermal paste that's on the CPU where the heat sink is not strong enough to fight off that heat. So, and plus you might not have a bigger heat sink on the CPU to keep that CPU cool. So that's how you fix the Xbox Series X problem. It's not a big deal. So what you gotta do is take the vent that's at the top and put one of those at the bottom, and probably make the holes a little better, and then put a better heat sink on the CPU with a better thermal paste, and then problem solved right there. We're done. That's all the Xbox really needs. The issue is not like that red ring of death on the 360. The issue that you guys are facing is minor. Most people that build desktops goes through this, So that's all you gotta do with the Xbox Series X. Because if you look at the top, you see the vent with all those holes. So the same vent that's at the top should have been at the bottom. So when the fans start running, it can pull all that air and then cool the CPU, and then the problem will be fixed. So that's all you got to do with the Xbox Series X. That's it. Anyway, even though I ain't got the Xbox Series X yet, I'm planning on getting one of these days. So other than that, man, That's the way you fix the Xbox Series X problem. You got to take the same vent that's at the top and put one at the bottom, so the fan can pull more air across the CPU to keep that CPU cool. Because the more pin counts a CPU has, the more it overheats, which means you got to have a better thermal paste on that CPU, and then you got to have that big heat sink to keep that CPU cool. So that's all you got to do with the Xbox Series X. That's it. You know, it just needs you just need to move the vent, put the same vent that was at the top, then at the bottom, and probably put a better heat sink with a better thermal paste, and be done with it. Problem solved. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link in the description box for this article. And nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or dark side. I'm gone. Peace.